Pakistan says it is a victim of terrorism, but the evidence against it is overwhelming. From Osama bin Laden's hideout in Abbottabad to Hafiz Saeed roaming freely in Lahore, from Lashkar-e-Toiba to Jaish-e-Mohammed to the Resistance Front, every group is raised, armed and blessed by Rawalpindi. The United Nations says 12 global terror groups are based in Pakistan and they have been supported by the Pakistani army. For years, Pakistan has said that it is fighting terrorism, but all they have done is fund terror factories. Governments, international agencies, think tanks, even Pakistanis themselves have shared evidence of Rawalpindi's role in spreading terror across the world. Our next report brings you more.
Over the years, the world has spoken about Pakistan's support for terrorism. Whether it's keeping the mastermind of the 9/11 terror attack, Osama bin Laden, in a safe house next to a Pakistani army base, or increasing security for the 26/11 Mumbai attack mastermind Hafiz Saeed at his Lahore residence. State-sponsored terrorism has been Pakistan's forte. From foreign governments to international agencies and even Pakistanis themselves, Pakistan's role in spreading terrorism is a well-known fact. Let's start with the puppet masters, the generals in Rawalpindi who run the show. No confessions can top the ones given by Pakistani army chiefs. In 2018, then Army Chief General Qamar Javed Bajwa shocked the world. He said Pakistan's army and intelligence services knew how to work with good terrorists and bad terrorists. Even former Army Chief and President Pervez Musharraf accepted Pakistan's role in supporting terrorism. Musharraf admitted that Pakistan trained and equipped the Lashkar-e-Taiba. So the Pakistani army, which has been accused of funding, training and supporting terrorists, have openly accepted their involvement. There's a popular saying, countries have an army, but the Pakistani army has a country. So when the Pakistan army paves the way, the country follows. In 2019, then Prime Minister Imran Khan visited the United States, where he accepted that Pakistan had trained the global terror group Al-Qaeda and other jihadist outfits. He also acknowledged that there were thousands of terrorists on Pakistani soil. Similar declarations were made a year prior in 2018, when then Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif opened a can of worms. He publicly acknowledged that dozens of terror groups were operating in Pakistan. Only he preferred to call them non-state actors. When the army and the political brass have made peace with Pakistan supporting terrorists, why should the terrorists themselves not speak up? In 2011, Syed Salahuddin, then chief of the Hizbul Mujahideen, openly declared that his group operated from Pakistan. Hizbul Mujahideen is the same group that's a designated terrorist outfit by India, Canada, the United States and the European Union. In fact, Pakistan's own terrorism investigation agency confirmed that Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorists that carried out the 26/11 Mumbai attacks trained on Pakistani soil. And there have been other forms of evidence that point all terror-related fingers at Pakistan. Like books written by former ISI chief Asad Durrani, where he accepted that Islamabad supported Hafiz Saeed. Pakistani political scientist Aisha Siddiqa, in her book, wrote about how the Pakistani army funds extremist groups. There are hundreds of books and thousands of papers that share evidence about Pakistan's support for terrorism. The United Nations says that at least 12 global terror outfits are based in Pakistan. From Lashkar-e-Taiba to Jaish-e-Mohammed to Hizbul Mujahideen, the Pakistani army has been involved in raising, funding and arming them. Pakistan's state-sponsored terrorism has been exposed with overwhelming evidence. The only thing missing is an official ministry for terrorism.